start, and the Hawks have taken the lead. And that has really caught the Vipers cold there. What a start that was. Just over a minute in, on their first entry into the offensive zone, and the Hawks have taken the lead. Works out the corner by Paige Dance. In fact, maybe only 30 seconds or less when that one went in. Dance does it, but no, Kaiser, sorry, who gets the shot off. Blackburn defending that face-off in their defensive zone quite well. Using the boards well over on that far side is Rayner. More the Dance up from the back. Well, Blackburn's goal coming much earlier in the game than the one Oxford scored against Bristol, but both finalists from last year finding themselves a goal behind, and the Vipers with some work here to get themselves back level. Rachel Pearce. This is a heavy collision in front of the boards by two players, one from each side. I'm not sure there was a connection though, and thankfully both have got back up now. Back into the zone, but Blackburn can't hold on. Comes in, whistles the outside of the net, ripples it rather as Kimber gets it towards goal. It's stabbed away by Sarah Wilson, but the pressure continues from the Vipers. Robin Mullen, who played in the final last year for the Vipers, but is now part of the Solihull Vixens and Team GB, of course. That's nice to see she's here on the bench helping out her teammates, or former teammates rather. Shot comes in, there's two Blackburn players laying prone on the eye, one seated, one on the side, but that shot coming in and hitting her in the back, well, don't suppose you'll mind too much if it's blocked a shot on net. Carried in by the Hawks, Geno. Poked away by goalie Libby Bird. One of the top goalies in the country. I'm a huge fan of Libby's. I've always been impressed by her when she's played for the Kingston Diamonds in the past in the Elite League. So good to see her in action again. And we're going to face off inside the Vipers zone. We've got a whistle on the play then. Get a face-off pulled down the other end of the ice then. This will be a penalty on the Blackburn Hawks and Ruth Leopold. No one just past the outstretched stick. Bobby Kaiser carries it up from deep behind their own net, going coast to coast, but forced behind the Hawks net there. Couldn't really get a shot off. Strong defending here by Blackburn. And then good work there from Paige Dance. Good to see her back playing as well. She had retired from the game initially, having played for the Solihull Vixens, but having had some time out, obviously missed the sport and back playing for her hometown club. She is from Nottingham. Rachel Pearce couldn't hold on, just got outnumbered in the end by what was a swarm of Vipers players. Normally a cobra is a snake that constrictor, but the Vipers doing a good job there of crushing the life out of the Hawks attack. So there's 6 minutes to go. So far the Vipers unable to find that equalising goal. It's perhaps the most competitive tournament we've had here in the 4 years that it's been hosted in Bristol. That one cleared. Nice work there by Alia Hemming, the youngster. And obviously it's a shame that the Vipers weren't in a position to make the playoffs this year, so what is a positive is to get to see them in action in Bristol. That makes up for that in some respects. Nottingham had a very difficult season. Obviously losing somebody of the calibre of Robin Mullen is going to be tough for any team to have to deal with in what was an ever improving Division 1 North, but with the potential changes coming in place for next season, it could be a lot more even perhaps. But Nottingham, as I say, doing a good job of growing their team, obviously with more players coming in, two more teams at least with an under-16s. Well, it shows that they're going to be developing even more young talent and to fill out the rosters in the coming years, and of course with a team potentially coming into Division 2, so more playing opportunities. And I've understood it, there is a lot of players in the Nottingham area, so yeah, they should be on the ice playing, shouldn't they? And it's good to see that opportunity is going to be given to them. As once more Libby Bird forced into a save. 4:22 to go. Time is running out for the East Midlands side then. Themselves in Sheffield and Blackburn, for that matter, they're the three most northerly teams who've come in this year. Blackburn and Sheffield, this is their first entry. Oh, it's gone in, it's 2-0. And Blackburn double up. And with 4 minutes to go, it looks like Blackburn have secured a famous result against the finalists. The Vipers have made the final on every occasion, won the first 2 years, were runners-up last year. What was that thrilling game against the host, the Bristol Huskies. Who can ever forget Emily Benson's winning goal in the dying seconds, but they are not going to come out of this one with a win, I'm sure of that. There's going to be a penalty here on the Hawks. So maybe that is... No, sorry, on the Vipers even, on Kimber. So that's going to make it even more difficult for them to get a goal back. Sarah Kimber going into the box for the next minute then, and well, that's only going to leave them less than 2 minutes by the time she comes back out on the ice to try and get 2 goals. Not impossible, but the way the Hawks have been playing, it's not going to be an easy task either. That one's cleared. A readjustment required. With Leopold, carries out. Zoe Kaiser rides that challenge and enters the zone once more. Forced wide, good defending this from Blackburn. And Alyssa Flemington it was, who really forced her wide initially, and then was given a bit of support from the defence as well. Wind up shot. Oh, it's gone in from Kaiser. Wow. She turned away. She knew that was in before before the light even went on. She'd hit it, turned away, and knew she'd connected sweetly, and that pinged off the pipes. And right towards the end of that power play, it's a 1-goal game, so maybe the Vipers have still got a chance to come away from this game with something. But straight away, Preston Jeno on the attack for the Hawks. Couldn't quite get that one under control. Really good defensive play that there. Over on the far side by Lauren Sherlaw, and Preston Jeno, I think it is, who's going in the box, and well, cupping her ear to the Nottingham bench, so maybe she was something was directed at her as she skated past, but Preston not really bothered about that. She just wants to continue focusing on playing. But, well, it's another power play opportunity then for the Vipers, and less than a minute now for them to try and convert. Well, they scored off the last one. They're going to have to try and do it again as Rose Abbott breaks away, but had to shoot early with 3 Vipers players coming back to cover her off. Heavy collision at mid-ice. That's dumped back in. It'll be gathered by the Hawks as they carry out. 29 seconds to go. Well, broken up there. By Alia Fleming. And they're not going to do it. Less than 5 seconds to go. It's cleared away. Preston Jeno will chase after it, but the Hawks then secure a massive win. Not perhaps by margin of victory, but